Is it true that student loans are good debts? Attorney David Hagen says, there is no such thing as a good debt. A lot of people are even rethinking mortgages in light of what happened a few years back. When choosing an educational institution, consider the amount of debt it will take to get through the school. My nephew got into schools in Colorado and Arizona. Both offered him scholarships, but not enough to cover the total cost. Even though the Arizona school cost less, he was less inclined to go to Arizona because that's where his older brother had gone. His dad sat him down and showed him how much debt he would have in the form of student loans when he graduated. It turned out he'd get through the Arizona with a very small amount of debt because it's less expensive. But if he went to Colorado, he would have a higher level of debt in the form of student loans. In either case, the parents would contribute, but not the total price, and not in the form of borrowed money. They actually looked at what his monthly student loan payment would be with either choice, and also compared the quality of the education between the two. When he looked at the eventual debt, right down to the anticipated monthly payment, he decided to go to Arizona because it was a better educational value for him. He made a better decision for himself in the long term. Unfortunately, not too many parents sit down with their kids and get them to look at the big picture. In another example, a young woman who consulted with us went to law school. She was told that in 3 years she would graduate and make a tremendous salary. In reality, only the top 10 in her class made all of that money. Everyone else made a reasonable amount for a first-year attorney, but not enough to service her $1,000 in debt. She came to us and said, "First, I don't even know who I owe the money to because they bought and sold the debt so many times." It turns out that she was negotiating with 2 different people on the same loan at the same time. She didn't know which end was up, so we put it all together on a chart and found that she owed about $100,000. The best that we could come up with was to let them garnish her wages at 15% for the rest of her life, but that garnishment may not ever be enough to pay the loan plus interest. That's a terrible solution, but it was the best one available at the time. This was about 15 years ago. For a free phone consultation, contact attorney David Hagen in Woodland Hills, California at 818-869-4909 or visit him on the web at www.forbankruptcy.com.